Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Leena Manimekalai's Maadathy, which I saw when it world premiered at the Busan International Film Festival. The film is now playing on the OTT platform Stream. The story of Maadathy, which is billed as an unfairy tale, is very simple. It's almost like folklore, almost like a fairy tale, in fact. But it is really a horror story, and if the final scenes remind you of The Shining, it may be no accident. The protagonists are Dalits from southern Tamil Nadu. They belong to a community named Puthirevannar. As their name suggests, they are washer people, but they wash unclean things like the shroud or a corpse or the pieces of cloth used by menstruating women. Even worse than this occupation thrust on them is the condition that these people remain out of sight from the rest of the village, as if even seeing them can be polluting. What an irony, right? They are cleaners and yet they are considered unclean. The plot revolves around a young girl named Yosana, played by Ajmina Kasim, and the first sight of her we get is that of her taking a dip in the waters. Leena uses water throughout the film, and the river where we saw Yosana take a dip, that stands mute testimony to the atrocities heaped on the family. This family consists of a father played by Arul Kumar, a grandmother, a doting grandmother played by Stella Raj, and Veni, the mother of Yosana. She's the major character. She's the other major character in this film, and she's played by a very moving Semmalar Annam. Yosana is frequently seen in water bodies, and she seems one with nature. She's always presented as someone who's one with nature, whether it's the pattern of flowers on her pavade or whether it's the creature she's constantly surrounded by. Some of these creatures are fish, rabbits, a monkey, and a baby donkey that resembles the one from Robert Bresson's Au Hazard Balthazar. Like that film, this story too features a young girl, abusive men, and rape. And of course, if you're talking about a more recent film that uses creatures in a symbolic way, there is Mari Selvaraj's Karnan. Leena's most subversive use of a creature is the parrot we see perched on Yosana's shoulder, which reminds us of dominant caste deities like Andal and Kamakshi. The cinematography is by Jeff Dolan, Abhinandan Ramanujam, and Karthik Muthukumar, who's become a bit of a star of indie cinematography. This is a very beautiful looking film, and there were times that I wondered whether such beauty is necessary. But then I reminded myself that we are seeing this world through Yosana's eyes, and she's still young enough to see the beauty in this world, a beauty that her world weary mother Veni has little time to actually see. Now, Veni follows the rules of the village. She knows that she can go do her job and then she has to retreat into her hut. But she worries that Yosana roams around like a wild bird. There, that nature imagery again. Leena does not shy away from sex and raw language. The scent of lust hangs over the film right from the very first scene involving a wedded couple. Yosana's parents secretly sneak out of their hut to make love, and there is someone who lusts after Veni. And the surprise is that Yosana too is slowly becoming aware of men, especially after she sees one take a dip in the river in full frontal glory. Karthik Raja's gentle score is used to color these gentle moments. The atrocities like rape, meanwhile, play out with no background music. There are just grunts and groans and the sounds of the forest. These aesthetic choices imbue the story with a quietly immersive power and a lot of texture. Leena doesn't shout to make us hear what she wants to say. She builds a series of vignettes around Yosana that lead us back to the title card that we saw in the very beginning. The title card goes something like this. The Indian subcontinent is home to a million subaltern deities, and behind each deity is a tale of injustice. And we saw this concept of Siridaivangal just recently again in Mari Selvaraj's Karnan. Maadathy is the name of this deity, and in the end, the film can be seen as a legend or an origin story of how this deity came to be. So that's it for Leena Manimekalai's Maadathy. See, it's playing on Stream. Do watch it. If you like this video, do subscribe to Film Companion South, and see you soon at the movies.